Look at all those knives. Unbelievable. What's up, y'all? Hope you're enjoying your day. On my last video, I asked y'all if you would like to see my knife collection. Got over 5,000 likes on the video, so guess what? You're about to see my knife collection. Now, these are most of the knives I found out in the rivers while metal detecting. Let's go check them out. This is everything I could find. I know I'm missing a few more knives, but it gives you an idea of the stuff you can find in the ground with a metal detector and also in the river. So all of these knives right here were found with the Garrett AT Pro metal detector or the Garrett AT Max. This piece right here I found back in about 2014 or 2015, I believe. It's a nice bayonet. I actually believe it's German. It's been a while since I looked it up, so I don't remember the exact model. But I'm pretty sure it's from World War II. It may be from the First World War, but I believe World War II. I found it at an old house site. If y'all want to see the video, click right there in the corner of the screen. I'll have it linked. Pretty cool find. It was actually in terrible shape. I cleaned it up a little bit with electrolysis. As you could tell, it didn't work too well. I took it out because it started to crumble right here on the sheath, and I was scared it would just completely fall apart. So I took it out, and it's just been sitting like this ever since. I probably need to put something on it to preserve it, but at the moment, this is how it looks. It'd be cool to take the sheath off. I tried many times because I wanted to see the actual blade to get some type of markings off of it, but I couldn't. One of my favorite finds right there, definitely something you don't expect to find out in the woods metal detecting. And it was at one of them sites I'd been to like over 100 times. I wasn't expecting to find much. It was pouring down rain, and I get a good signal. Well, actually, it was a bad signal. It showed up like iron, but it was a big iron signal, so like a 35 to a 40. You could tell it was a longer target. I dug the hole, and I popped out the bayonet. You just never know what you're going to get. You got to dig everything, y'all. Don't give up. It's out there. This is a pretty cool knife. I found it in the river about 2 years ago, and on this hunt, it was a really good hunt. It was also raining and thundering, and I found about $50 in quarters at this one area where everybody gets out, and I found a bunch of other pocket knives. I actually found this Spyderco knife on the same hunt, and I found a purse with money in it. Y'all probably seen that video as well. I'll link it right here if you want to watch it. This is really cool though. The blade was folded in when I found it. It was under a few rocks. Gave about a 75 to 80 signal, I believe. So kind of like a penny or a dime. Here's a better look. The blade is marked Pakistan. Pretty cool. I have a bunch of pocket knives. I mean, look at these things. I have a few Swiss Army knives. This is a steel knife. See? Steel. Pretty cool. I found like 4 or 5 others on the same hunt as this one. Most of them are really, corroded. They're in bad shape when you dig them up. They're still really fun to find. It's like, why are all these people carrying their knives out on the river? This is a Kershaw knife. Has Kershaw marked on the handle. I haven't cleaned any of these up. So if you're wondering, this is exactly how I found them in the river. I may have washed out the sand and the rocks, but this is how you dig them up. I need to put them through electrolysis or soak them in some type of rust solution and get the rust off. They'd look a lot better. That's one of my projects this winter. when I have time. Clean some of these up. This one's awesome. I found this one in Texas when I was a preacher digger. And I was just totally shocked when I seen this thing. It was getting like a 70 signal. It was choppy. You can tell there was iron in there. It was bouncing in the 30s on the AT Pro. It was going I dug that up and I was like, no way. I need to clean the blade. It'd clean up fine. Like I said, it's one thing to find something. It's a whole nother project to clean everything, to display it. That's about as time consuming as digging it. Actually, it's easier to dig it than it is to preserve everything. So sometimes you just have to slow down and start displaying stuff. That's a nice one there. The blade's actually broke. I just put it back inside the knife. When I found it, I tried to pry it open and it was so rusty it just came apart. A lot of these box cutters and razor blades. This is a Smith & Wesson knife. Not sure if it's worth anything. I don't even know if any of these are worth anything, but I won't sell them. They're just cool to collect. These are river knives you're seeing here. Now take a look at that. I found this in about waist deep water. It was closed. Most of them are closed when I find them. So it's like they weren't even using them. It just fell out their pocket or off their boat. I don't even think this one has a brand on it. I don't see anything. Yeah, it does. It has a little bit of markings right there at the top. Let's see. It looks like a parachute. It's kind of dark in here. Need some better lighting. Here's a Kershaw knife. A lot of Kershaws out there. This is some type of surgical knife. Not sure if that's going to focus for y'all. It says 1045 surgical steel, handmade, tested razor sharp. Y'all want to test it? More Gerber knives. This one here's kind of cool. Looks like a fish. Has some writing on the handle there. Tough enough for the toughest. Hey, check out this one. I found this back in 2011, January 2011. The reason I know is because I wrote it on the back of the display case. Don't have that good of a memory, y'all. But I can tell you where I found it and exactly what part of the old house site I was hunting. This had a root grown through it. And so when I dug the hole, I had to chop the root to get the knife out. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure how old it is. Maybe 1920s or so? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to get it to focus better. Is that clear enough for you? It's an old knife. I haven't cleaned it or anything. That's exactly how I found it. Big old buck knife or something here. Here's a butterfly knife. Now about 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I found a butterfly knife in the lake and it had a black handle. Well, I gave it to my brother to use and no telling what happened to it. Haven't seen it since then. I believe these are illegal in some states, but the handles are broke off this one. But you sling them around. People do tricks with them. This one's cool. I found this one back in September 2019. It says ballistic, I think. Yeah. Ballistic. I think it's M-Tech for the brand. I may be wrong. Yeah. M-Tech. Has like a little bullet casing design right there. 9mm. It's like a rainbow color to it, doesn't it? Very cool. Take a look at this one. Now, why would this be out in the river? Somebody was cutting up something, weren't they? I mean, it could be a murder weapon, but you really never know. They could have been camping. Here's some nice fishing pliers I found. Probably 5 years ago. They're in decent shape. Like I said, all this stuff is just sitting around. I don't have any of it displayed yet. I'm thinking about cleaning these up and putting them in a big old display case. Like the type you see when you walk into a pawn shop or a jewelry store. I'll get me one of them and I'll have lights in it and the glass shelves and have all these knives displayed on there. That would look kind of cool. I need to open me up a museum to the public. It's an idea. If I start collecting all this stuff, I'll have to, won't I? Here's a cool knife. It says MLB. Sorry, it says DLB for the initials. Swiss Army knife. I believe that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a bunch of others in here. Kitchen knives and stuff. This is not including all the butter knives I find. You know, the type that you use to put butter on your toast. Those are in a different box. I don't even know why I kept this one. It's broken. I found it down in Louisiana. In a farm field. There's a buck knife there. This one's kind of cool. Look at that. Could probably clean it up. That's actually really nice. I'd love to find more like this one. It's probably a cheap $15 knife, but looks cool. Maybe more than that. That could easily be cleaned up and restored. There's a piece to a camping kit. Little utensils. They're fun to find, I'll tell you that. Here's a Spyderco, like a miniature little Spyderco. Might be a butterfly, Spyderco butterfly. Maybe a $50 to $70 knife right there. These two I found on land. This is an example of what they look like when they come out the ground. Most of the time, they're all rusted up like that. Has a shield on it. This is actually a plastic, or it could be rubber, like a hard rubber handle. Found it at a 1890s to early 1900s house site. I have a bunch of these in display cases, and the reason I don't have them displayed is because they're in display cases already, and I would have to take everything out. I like to keep everything kind of organized by where I found it. So in years from now, I'll be able to know what site each knife was found at, or each item. This is a nice one here. Hey, if any of y'all are knife collectors, let me know. Like I said, I don't really study my knives. I just find them in the river, and you kind of learn about them as you go. I'm going to give you all a full view of everything. I believe that's pretty much all I have to show. When I find the rest of my knives, I'll have to do a part 2 of this video. Maybe wait till next summer. Add some new ones to the collection, stuff you haven't seen. I have a few reminders for you though before you go. The NuggetNoggin live event is this May 8th and 9th, 2020. It's going to be in Concord, North Carolina. And the early bird special ends on February 10th. So go ahead and get your tickets now before the prices rise. The event is only limited to 50 people, and it's already half sold out. So there's only 25 more remaining openings. At this event, you'll learn how to use your metal detector. On day 1, there's going to be a seminar, and I'll be teaching. And so you'll learn how to use your metal detector. I'll give you hands-on demonstrations on how to ground balance, set up discrimination, all that good stuff. And then you'll learn how to research awesome sites, how to go about finding the landowner, gaining permission, and how to find more treasure. And then on day 2 of the event, you're going to get the chance to go out in the field and the woods and go metal detecting. All the information will be on my website, NuggetNoggin.com/event. I'll put it right here on the video screen, and I'll put it in the video description below. Go get your tickets now. I'd love to see you at the event. It's going to be awesome. So for those of you who are looking to buy a metal detector, I have a few of these AT Pro Sport Specials left in stock. I have 5 of them. And you'll get the AT Pro with the small coil. So it will come with this 5x8 inch double D search coil instead of the larger 8.5 by 11 inch search coil. And the small coil is amazing because when you're out in the rivers or when you're at an old house site, you can get in between all the trash, and you can also get in between the rocks and the bedrock crevices when you're out river hunting. So I highly recommend it. This package doesn't come with headphones, but you can get these waterproof headphones for the river. They work on land and water. And a Pro Pointer AT if you need one. This is my personal water hunting pinpointer. I've attached a lanyard to it so it won't float away. I have a little carabiner. That's what I highly recommend doing if you're water hunting. But yeah, so I have this on my website. Just go to NuggetNoggin.com, click on metal detectors, and you'll see all this stuff. I have other metal detectors as well, so not just the AT Pro. You'll see the Aces, AT Max, and other Garrett products. And just so you guys know, when you order from my website, your purchase goes to support my channel, and it helps fund other treasure hunting adventures. 2020 is going to be an amazing year. I have some awesome stuff planned for y'all, and I'm looking forward to filming my adventures and continuing to share them with you. Well, I really hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all give me a follow on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a contest soon. Not sure when, but possibly in the next few weeks. And so if you follow my Instagram account, you'll get updated for when that contest is going to be and what it's going to be about. I'm going to be giving away some stuff. So definitely follow me on Instagram. You might as well go on over to Facebook too. Give me a follow on Facebook. So I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and God bless.